We're doing a podcast, the How We Doing podcast. We're doing the How We Cast. Howie Cast. Word.
Woo. Like it.
How we doing? What's for dinner? Welcome back. What episode is this?
15? 14 and a half.
14
Whoa,
and a
14
half.
to get-
Round up. We round up in this household. That's 15. 1-5. That's a freaking door.
Oh, the freaking door.
And what are we about? We're about the care, love, and respect
Care,
for
love,
others,
respect.
man.
Remember,
We're trying to help
care,
others.
Love and respect.
If you're not good, we're not good, all right? If you don't say that, then
I like that
Scratch.
listen to the episodes all over again for episode 1. Go scratch. Listen to the episodes all throughout. And
And then decide to follow us. Because sometimes a good scratch could...
share, subscribe, follow. How
What's
we
a
doing?
follow?
Production.
Just
figure it
press the button. You don't even have to like us. Just
Yeah,
press the
It's
button.
not like you're paying money or anything.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We
I can't
don't drive a hot bargain.
I can't even blame. Like, if I heard someone to tell me to like the video, I'd probably be like,
Sure.
no.
Yeah, sure.
It's like that thing that you have to say, but people like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Stop telling me about
We're
it.
just trying to get to the point to where like we're still
Tell me
saying
give me
it.
the content.
Maybe we don't say it.
We're just trying to get to the point to where we still say it, but everyone that's
go.
watching is already done those things. You know?
Yeah, true.
We need to come up with something more original. That's what you're saying.
Listen, we got
We are.
exciting things coming. We had a good talk at the end of last week,
We did.
and we're gonna do some. It's gonna be some funny stuff.
There's things coming down the pipeline, so just watch out.
It's coming down the pipeline.
You know,
baby.
hey,
Stay tuned.
we're
What's for dinner?
we're one heartbeat, and
Bang.
we're gonna make you feel it.
That's right.
And when we're doing more entertainment, as we promised you, one day at some point there's gonna be some magicalness going on, and when you guys are there, we're gonna make you feel it through our entertainment.
Yo, you're gonna feel it. That's for sure.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be a spanking old time, too.
And James, say your line about the coffees and the breaths and stuff, because that
I
really
mean-
gets me in the.
And the coffees.
If you're sipping your coffee, you know.
If you're just starting your day or throughout your day, stop and say, "How we doing, baby?" All right, sorry, I just wanted to do that first. But also, okay, grab your cup of coffee. Okay, take a nice deep breath as we pull you away from the craziness and nurture your minds. How we doing, boys?
Goose
Good.
fraba.
That made me feel very relaxed.
Yeah, that's like
what it's meant
the
to do.
staple. Once you say that, now we're in.
Also, don't forget, best coffee on the market.
Bosco's beans,
It's delicious.
coffee
Okay.
with a bite.
18% off or 15. I talked to Cuz. He wasn't even sure. But I'm going to roll with 18 because if he doesn't give you
Give him-
18, let me know.
No, what he
Talk
said.
to him.
What he said was it's either 15 or 20. He said, "Why would we do 18?"
No, he said
let's
18.
go with 15, just
No.
as
Were
a,
you even
as a
there?
marker. Would I be saying what he said if I
Maybe.
wasn't there?
You might have.
You might have. 18, 15, whatever you want. Either way, it's good coffee. So 30% shouldn't matter.
Yeah, you'll
It
figure it
shouldn't
out.
matter to you if you care about your beans. Drink this pod like you drink your coffee.
We should probably tell them. We should probably tell them a little bit more about what we're really here to do.
What are our aspirations?
Yes.
Aspiration.
I know. I'm saying the word ass.
Ass.
Hey, not on the pod, guys.
Aye. What are your Why can't I say the word?
Aspirations.
What are your aspirations? Oh, you got to shorten.
Asshole.
You shorten the S. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk through you. So
Yeah.
just keep pipe down. What are your aspirations for the How We Doing pod?
Yeah,
What are our aspirations?
we have to.
'Cause it's about the we.
Before we get into our topics, we have to remind them. We have to do it.
We got to speak
The
How We Doing gospel.
We have to. You know what? Hey, you know what? Listen to this, Chrissy. You start off. What do you think? We have to remind what are we
Go
about?
ahead.
What are we doing here?
Go ahead.
You know-
go.
Let me tell you. So, as you guys know or don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, that's your problem. But
Why do you're always so confrontational with our audience? Just let them get comfortable. You're attacking them. And then we have to say, go take a walk, come back, and watch the How We Doing pod, so they like settle in. You know.
Well, maybe if we just antagonize them a little bit, they'll like just be like, "Well, what's going on?" Yeah.
Chrissy, tell me and tell us, remind the audience, remind our listeners and viewers, what is How We Doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
So basically,
what's How We Doing?
Basically, what it is we are not good unless you're good. You know?
Yeah, sounds like we're about the we.
We want to inspire people to think more about everyday situations where take on other people's shoes and their perspectives and kind of, try to imagine what it would be like to be a certain individual for one day.
Yeah.
Be considerate.
That's powerful.
Be considerate.
And
good job.
So like you said, like about the we.
Yeah.
Thinking about each other. It's like our mantra.
Yeah.
Care, love, and respect. What is the other person thinking about? What they're going through?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not really talked about, and a lot of people go through their lives, everyday lives, and don't even come close to thinking about that.
Can I insert? Can I insert?
Insert
Yeah,
yourself.
why wouldn't you be able to?
You guys have been a little tight on me in the beginning of this episode. Understandable. I get excited, but our lovely sister Sam, shout out Sam. She said that a lot of people go through their lives where you get into the rough or the muck of it, and you think you're alone, but you're not alone. And sometimes you need to hear that to know that you're not alone. We're all going through this together.
Yeah, man.
Whether it's your family and your friends, or it's just all of us as a whole. And I feel strongly that that's one thing we've been preaching about on the pod, is that there we go, full circle. It's about the we, right?
Right.
And that's very comforting, man.
Yeah,
to know you're not alone.
To do it with, look, this life is not hard. Is not easy. It's not. But
this life is not hard. It's
Life's
easy.
not hard. It's a piece of cake.
It's a piece of walk in a park.
Walk in the park. This life is not easy. We're constantly facing disturbances, let's say, in our peace, and to know that we are on different levels, but in many ways the same, going through the same challenges, and it is comforting to know you're going through that with somebody. I mean, it's not easy to begin with. We have to think intuitively to realize that, well, it's not that everybody else is okay and I'm the one that's struggling. It's everybody's struggling, but trying to feed off of each other, maybe find that better energy.
Yeah.
Which speaks to our pod.
Yeah. Well, find that person. I had a conversation with Cooj. Shout out Cooj.
Shout out.
And he said, like, when the going gets tough, man, like the list of people that you can really call or meet up with and really talk to, when it gets really hard, that list gets smaller and smaller. And
wow. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I know we're grateful we have each other, and that's a blessing in itself. But for anyone listening that you might not have one person or multiple people, I want to extend our hand and say that, obviously it'd be a big leap to reach out to some strangers, but if you need to talk or anything like that, we're here, man.
Wow.
Like,
yeah,
that's
100%.
Something we're definitely willing to do.
I thank you for saying that. I thank you for saying that.
Oh, well, thank you, because you sparked my mind, and I was hoping I could get the dialogue to say that there.
Yeah.
And,
you did it.
Go ahead, Chrissy.
Bravo.
Go.
Bravo.
Yeah, like, if you want to drink a cup of coffee with us, we'll send you Bosco's beans. Or if you want to just, shoot it.
You want to shoot the shit? We're
That's
all about it.
You know,
We'll
we're
do
here.
it.
We're here for you. And
do it.
Emails, baby. What's for dinner?
that was good stuff. Yeah, send emails. We have our assistant Steve on them.
He's not even worthy of
So-
being an assistant.
What would you call him then,
I call him nothing.
Put it down, guys.
James? It's not even worth it at this point.
James, you know what you should get him? Get him one of those fidgets. You talk about
Fidget's a little
you talk. Stop throwing things, guy.
You
For
don't
those
like
of
that?
you who are listening, Chris throws something
Next-
every eepisode.
No,
and it disturbs me.
If they
Not
were able
every
to see
episode.
what this guy
Almost.
is doing behind the camera right now, would they not be like, "Oh, you did that"?
James says we have a short attention span, and I don't talk to him on there anymore. But that guy's got a shorter one.
Yeah.
So
We got to get a new assistant.
we're not at fault.
We
Also,
might-
if you're not going through something, if
Taking
you want
applications.
if you want a job,
If you want a job,
we can't pay you
we'll
anything.
pay you $0 an hour, but we'll give you all the love you need.
We'll give you the love. Give you the love you need.
We'll give you the love you need.
There
That's
might
about
be
it.
there might be pizza involved. We got to connect.
Pizza. I know a guy.
If you like pizza, then
All right. All right.
let us
So
yeah,
What are we doing?
you guys gave me permission that I'm gonna kind of steer the ship on this one.
See the ship.
So,
Let us know what's going down.
The people have spoken. They want Nico's notes first.
Listen, yeah. You know, we've been talking, and Chris and James feel that, and I understand maybe it's not fair that I go with my segment Nico's notes last every episode, and you know, I held that standard very dear to me, and you know, I'll be in that slot here and there. Maybe we'll find a rotation. Maybe we'll. You never know. Whatever happens, but. You know, it's all three of ours pod, and it's about compromise and it's about love, and I'm batting leadoff tonight, guys. I'm batting leadoff.
He's Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres. He's been our leadoff guy.
Hot lead
If you want to shoot the shit about the Yanks, let us know. All right. That's all I'm saying. Give me an introduction, and we'll hop right into the notes of Nikolopoulos.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The moment you've all been waiting for, the most anticipated, debated, fricked up segment in the whole friggin' world. Nico's Notes. Notes.
Come on, you guys must like that.
What do you hear? What do you say? Welcome back to another edition of Nico's Notes. How we doing?
How we doing?
First off, I gotta say that's the best intro you guys have given me.
Powerful. That was good.
I was rubbing my hands over here. I'm like, I'm about to kill this right now. This is
stuff.
big time. All right. Just no pun intended. I got some notes here if you guys are ready for them.
all right. What you got there for us, sir?
Taking a test.
We say some reoccurring things on this pod. One thing I got here is make the best of your day.
Make the best of it.
Make the best of your day, then you conquer your day. Once you learn how to do that, you can conquer more and more weeks, months, years, your life.
Ooh.
And know what you're eating for dinner.
You almost leaned into a version of like a Chrissy quote type of thing, but you had your way of like
Well, I have
delivery.
I'm gonna start building up some quotes, and I'm gonna start competing towards not competing, but adding to. Listen, it's a pod, but it's also a movement, and it's bigger than that. It's a
Wow.
production, and
Nico's gonna let you know.
listen, it's not competition, but I'm gonna use the word for the sake of it. Competition's pretty high because Chrissy's killing it with his quotes.
He certainly is.
Chrissy's killing it with his quotes.
Yeah, I mean, that felt like a backhanded compliment up until that point, so thank you.
All right.
You're welcome. But I'm gonna gather my notes.
You have an interesting way of delivery, so don't steer too much into it. Gotta keep your unique taste.
I know, but
For sure.
Chrissy's always coming up with his quotes, and I don't want to tread on his segment.
Fair deal.
So I might
home.
be coming at you with some quotes in the future, just because I think they're effective.
They are.
They're
They are.
effective.
All right, but tell.
But,
Okay, so drive that home though.
Following through, I don't have a quote for you tonight. Chrissy will handle that.
Boo. Just
Also,
kidding.
I want to say, be the light, man. Be the light.
Be the light.
Carry gratitude, and just another day. Be grateful to wake up, man. We are more than thankful and grateful to breathe air.
Yeah. Wow.
And try not to get caught up. Won't dwell on that too much. We're gonna move it along. All right. Nico's notes. That's the intro.
What
Can
things
I
you got
circle
for us?
back about emails and stuff at the end, or should I put them here?
do that. Do that at the end.
That's okay.
So Nico's notes will have a sub segment about the emails and the love and all that towards the end of the pod when we get there. So stay tuned. All right.
You just sounded like a flight attendant for a second.
And I love when
Fasten your seatbelt.
if I was
Turn your cell phones off. Put all your tray tables up, please. Or don't and die.
we go on the plane with Dad, and he goes, Dad goes, turn off your cell phone. The plane's gonna crash because my cell phone's on. I'm using my data.
Can we talk about this for a second?
Go ahead.
People haven't turned their cell phones off on an airplane since like 2010.
Do they still tell us?
Nobody says, yep, I know that A12 has their phone on. I need you to turn that off, please.
Marissa,
Airbus 321A, they got way too many phones on. They're going down.
B-17, we have 3 live.
3 They're live.
They need to be confiscated right now.
Do they tell us
or else we're going down.
Do they tell you to put...
Can you imagine?
Do they still say put your phone on airplane mode? Or?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, turn your phones off.
People use airplane mode for different reasons now. They don't use it when they're on an airplane.
It's true. Okay, but all right, we can't do this. Tell us to go back.
Back
to go.
Sorry, I had to. Listen,
Yeah,
that's
that
all
was
right.
good.
That's
That
all
was
right.
good. I like that.
I'm going to lay it on you.
Give it to us.
Never say you can't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right off the bat, it says it makes sense. It's a level of confidence that is hard to achieve.
Yeah, it's about like your subconscious almost, right?
Right. What is that saying?
If you tell yourself you can't, in your day-to-day, you might not think it has much value or it affects you in a certain way, but to your subconscious, it holds more weight.
Right.
Especially, one thing I wanted to touch on is especially when you're a kid, when you're young. Because what I have here is you don't want to program yourself from a young age, right? That's why you see people that are successful, they say never doubt yourself. You could do anything you put your mind to. And that's something that the younger generation and kids need to hear, because you really can. You really can do anything you set your mind to. And by putting it into the physical realm and saying you can't do something, you're setting yourself back in some ways in that
arena.
In that arena, in that in that respect.
Yeah, well, once you say you can't, you're already lost.
Ooh.
Right. What's the opposite of? Yeah, right. Put the mic down. What's the opposite of never say you can't?
I can. I will. I am.
Right.
Say those things.
And
instead.
if you go ahead and you say
should.
If you say no,
not I should. I should has regret. I can. I am. I will.
I mean,
bang.
The full power of it. I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to get there. And that's what I was immediately reflecting on as soon as you said that, is because, look, we all know, because we're all on that same boat of pain, right? That it's hard to get there, but it is powerful to be there. Because if you don't say to yourself, well, never say you can't. I'm never going to say that I can't, no matter how hard times get, X, Y, and Z. You could say that, but if you decide not to say that, you're saying what Chris said, and that's already defeating.
There's something effective.
You're stagnant.
There's something effective about actually putting words into the physical realm and saying them. Not to get too deep into to that clause, if you will, but when there's things like affirmations, right? Which a lot of people do, and there's definitely some research behind it. If you say things over and over, that's going to start to, also another word, manifest. There's some power there. I don't want to dive too deep into it, maybe on another episode, but
it's just like anything else.
That's something we got to establish when I'm saying try not to or don't say I can't.
Right, and we lightly spoke about how, words hold certain vibrations that, penetrates a certain frequency that's going to result in a positive or negative type of emotion, maybe in us,
or reaction, or
right. It's like all
cause
really
and effect.
It's all very intertwined. But Chris, you were going to say something.
If you look at your phone like every day, 20 times a day, you're going to be accustomed to that and you're going to want to do that, right?
Okay.
Or if you go to the gym every day and consistently do it, you're going to want to go to the gym every day.
All right.
Which
So
kind of is
yeah, let's segue.
should we segue? It's
Should-
kind
should
of
bring it up. Nico's notes, baby. We'll have the little subsection at the end, and we're gonna segue into Giacomo's genres. Way to go, Chrissy. That was nice.
yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
Giacomo's genres.
When we get the beat board, you guys will like that a whole lot better. Whole lot more, promise.
Giacomo's genres. Here we go, and now we're talking about his genre. How
Talking
we
about his
doing
genres. Hold on to that.
podcast. Oh, we can
Hey,
definitely do
future
something
Nick,
with that.
hold on to that.
Thank you.
So, all right.
Bang.
That was great. Really enjoyed Nico's notes. About to hit you guys with a little way to think about life.
Tell me.
So sometimes,
Tell us all.
look, what happens, right? Life gets hard. Life gets in the way. Life penetrates itself into our success, where then it holds us up. It drags at us sometimes. Does all sorts of things, right? But you need to sometimes think about certain topics or certain aspects of life in a dynamic way in order for us to understand it better.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's effective.
Right? And metaphors are very common. The point of where I'm trying to drive this home to is it helps to be successful at life if you think about it in terms of working out. We're going to get into that.
We've discussed this a little bit.
So I hope you guys are ready. We're going to talk about how thinking about life in terms of working out is a good way to outline certain aspects of your life.
Okay.
So
you go first, Chris, or James. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. I'm going to tell you. I have a few points here. So what I'm going to drive out here is, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 different points, 6 different points actually, and we're going to talk about each one. And I'm going to tell you what my thought process was about it, and then maybe you guys could give me a reaction.
Sounds good.
Copy.
All right, so here we go. What we have, nothing comes easy. Now, if I was to relate that into working out, well, the fit body or the body that you want doesn't come easy. If you work out or don't work out, everybody knows that. It's a universal understanding. Like you know that whether you're actually somebody that could work out or rather everybody could work out. If you're the type that could see yourself actually doing it or not, because some people tend to like the gym, some people actually don't.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come easy. Sometimes the intimidating part of it. So the first point that I have here is nothing comes easy. You guys want to reflect on that a bit?
Like the Beatles said. Is it the Beatles or it's George Harrison? It don't come easy.
Yeah.
You know how we do and don't come easy.
Yeah, and nothing of life.
It's a
True success.
It's a common theme that we touch on. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, and you have to work at something to become good or become successful, or for it to become easy.
Right. Like that. It gets to that
Not
point.
to become
it could
easy,
get to
but
that point.
to get easier. Maybe,
right. Oh well, yeah. Like even the motivation to go to the gym.
If you're good at something, it gets
Right.
easy. So it's like building on that.
Yeah.
Right.
True. Yeah, and you could also relate that in the gym too, like that last set that you want to do, that last weight that you want to go up into.
Mm-hmm.
That's not coming easy.
Right.
But
Gotta
you
push
only get stronger, both mentally and physically,
Right.
from going by that.
Right.
That's what I wrote down here is like push yourself for that extra rep, and to build on that. We've said over and over is that like we discuss these ways of dealing with your struggles, persevering through life, learning, being more open-minded. All these topics we've spoke about. We've made the correlation that it's in the same way you can practice lifting weights or doing reps of right. Reps is short for repetition. Right. So, different practices of things that you say in your head, or things that you apply to your life, and it's flexing that muscle, right? And eventually you get to muscle memory.
Right, and then like that, boom, right there. You put it in such a way that we don't even realize it, but we're already referring to working out and not even realizing it.
Yeah, and then obviously in the gym, that's great, right? You get to that point where you push yourself to do that extra rep, and you're making ground there. But also in life, don't be afraid to maybe push yourself to do that extra rep or go out of your way, and practice makes perfect, right? So you're gonna gain ground there.
That repetition, that extra repetition, is uncomfortable, but so is certain situations in life. If you push that extra rep, like I'm gonna go the extra mile this time.
Mm-hmm. Once you do that, you start to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I know we're speaking in plain terms, but it does apply in life. There's a bunch of different scenarios and situations we could bring up to convey that.
You're a wise kid.
Thank you.
All right, so
Thank you.
We should move on to the next one.
We're all wise.
You're wise for your age.
We're a wise pod. Why am I really scratching your brain right now?
Oh, well, head scratcher.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
All right, so I have another. I have another 5 more. So we're gonna like smack through these.
Let's roll through them, man. Let's roll.
Here we
through
go.
'em.
So the next one is sacrifices need to be made.
Ooh, I think that's a big one in terms of that.
Right? Time. You have to make the time.
Even if you don't have it,
That's a sacrifice in itself. So in some ways, sometimes when you're pursuing a certain workout, you have to choose certain foods. You have to give up certain foods.
Yeah.
Right. Got to make the time. You got to make, sometimes life adjustments as far as what you eat, even what activities you participate in. Okay. Like obviously, like with drinking is an obvious one. So it correlates perfectly into our lives and our success.
Yeah.
Sacrifices need to be made in order for you to progress in your life, in order for you to reach success.
I'll add to that. One thing I wrote down is discipline, because that kind of is what you're speaking to. And something I saw about it that really caught my eye is that, like, what's discipline, right? And it's like this guy was basically saying where to start to build your discipline or practice it, right? He said start with not lying to yourself, right? For this conversation, if you say you're going to go to the gym in the morning, go to the gym in the morning. Don't say you're going to do it and not do it. And don't do that with anything, right? If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Do it.
And then by that small practice, which is what we're talking about, right? Flexing those muscles in practices in life,
right?
You're going to build discipline.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to really be assertive about how you go about your day, building a schedule, sticking to a routine, and sticking to it and being effective.
Yeah, and being more accepting of sacrifice.
Yeah, invite it.
Yeah, Chrissy, got anything on that?
Hundo, no.
Hundo, no.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I think you guys really teed that one up. Good job.
All right, cool. So we'll move on to the next one then. Not everything comes at once. Now, this is like actually one of my favorite because just to put this all in perspective really quick, you can get the chest quick. You maybe get the chest quick, but maybe don't get the abs as fast. Maybe for somebody gets the traps quick, but they don't get the arms as fast as they wanted to. So it's like you have to sometimes draw certain types of workouts to make certain parts of your body get bigger.
See, for me, I got the belly quick. I'm on that side, but
Hold on a second. Relate it back into how that relates to life. How does that part about this maybe comes first, this comes second, X, Y, and Z, to how does that relate into our lives being a stepping stone type
stepping
of
stones along the journey. I talk about that a lot.
This has to come before this comes.
Well, some patience and some determination, right?
I mean, yeah.
And
Well, a lot about the
sacrifice
building.
right in there too.
You're kind of building. We're kind of building the house right now.
Building the house as
This
we're
is-
talking
this
about
is-
this in
We're
itself.
building a life house right
This is
Yeah, a
this
little
is
bit.
a heavy genre right here,
This is a heavy
Giacomo.
job. I'm taking you guys down the trail. Let them ponder about this. Let's just hop into the next one. What do you say?
Okay,
Do it.
I like that. We're just
All right.
gonna like throw it in front of your face. Sit with that. You
Sit
gotta
with it.
pause.
Yeah.
Think about it.
But bottom line is, not everything comes at once. All right, so the next one is that I have here, like, there's different tiers to success. There's different tiers in the gym. There's the beginner level, the intermediate level, and there's the advanced level. And you have to be okay with that. That kind of correlates with the last one.
Yeah.
But,
in due time.
right,
Put in the work and you'll see something.
right.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that a beginner has to hear. You know, you got to be comfortable with not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, and like
That's something I was
Beginning anything.
I was and am working on. You know.
take guidance, ask for guidance. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's something that we always should do. Like, basically apply that to your life in the sense of, like, being okay with the beginner stage, because without the beginner stage, it's not possible to get to the intermediate stage and everything else that comes
to
after.
build on those stepping stones.
Yeah. But maybe the audience should think about that one as we hop into the last two.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is just like,
But yeah, add to it.
if you can acknowledge that someone has with anything, gym, work, whatever it is, if someone has the experience and the knowledge, and you can learn from them, don't
Hesitate.
don't be any other way than just, like you said last episode, receptive and just willing to learn.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, man.
you're working on yourself at that point, and you, especially as a young person, you want to be eager to learn
Yes.
and just be a sponge, right? Ask all the questions, learn everything, learn the ins and outs.
Yeah. 50%. Chrissy, if you didn't have, do you have anything else, or?
It's all about your perception of, and how people learn. And
Yeah.
it's different
Yeah,
for everybody.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a great point to finish off with. All right. So last two that we got. This is a very common one that's known in the workout world. No pain, no glory. Like, you have to just, like, it kind of correlates with the sacrifice piece,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to just know that that's part of the game. You want it, you have to get it, and you have to work for it. I got a little bit more on this, though, really quick before you guys chime in. There's the complete life cycle of working out. What does that look like? Well, first off, you got to get yourself ready for that place to actually work out. That could be painful in and of itself, because now you have to put yourself through the mental anxiety of going to the gym, or even lifting a weight, or doing a push-up. Then once you pass that stage, well, if you're doing it the completely right way, there needs to be some sort of warm-up, which usually involves some sort of stretching. That's painful. That part is painful. Or at least, you would call it moderate pain, whatever. You're putting strain on your body. Then you have the actual workout that we all know is actually putting strain on your body. I mean, if you're doing the workout right, towards the last 2-3 sets, reps, you're in pain. And then what do you have? The recovery. After that, 1 to 2 days later, you're experiencing some
Protein.
muscle pain. Don't forget your protein. Stay hydrated.
Gotta have it.
Pain is temporary.
and pain is temporary. But what comes at the end of it,
Recovery.
and some great results.
And the thing is, you gotta keep.
Glory.
You have to keep working those muscles.
Constant. Has to be constant.
Can't stop.
Can't stop.
Can't stop the How We Doing podcast. That one's gonna stick. That's a good one.
That's
Good step.
Good job.
All right.
All right.
Can I add? Or?
Yeah, Ed, and then they got this last one.
All right. So no pain, no glory. Right. So use that to motivate you to get through the troubles of your life.
Right.
Life is going to be painful.
It's gonna happen.
You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna go through those emotions. But and you saying that made me realize that just now. You're not gonna get to where you want to be or where you have to be or have your glory for this conversation's sake without that pain. Right. So you can become a freaking monster.
Right.
Embrace that pain.
Right.
Embrace it and start to like it. Then
right.
you just on a roll. Now no one's stopping you.
Right.
And also I want to say is that all these points you're making, which is what your segment's about this week, right? Is that all these points apply to life? Yeah. That's what I've been doing with each one because
realizing how it applies.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got, Chrissy?
You can't look at me like that and not have something to say.
I'm sorry. I just feel like that was, we were kind of just saying that like the whole time. But whatever. We'll talk about it in editing phases, but it's all right.
Kid's got nothing.
No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
He's just filling it with crap. He's got nothing. Go ahead.
No pain, no gain. No pain, no glory.
No pain, no gain.
Both work though.
Good movie. You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
No, come on. Stop sugarcoating and get to what you got to say. If you don't have substance, just say you're good.
He's good.
Wow. Okay.
I write my shit down.
I'm sorry, man.
I write it down.
Sorry that I didn't just say whatever.
Listen, if it takes you a while to get those points, get a notebook. You write it down, and
never.
That's what I wrote them down. I went right to it.
Could you just shut up?
I digress.
Thanks.
Give it to us.
So, yeah. What was it? What was
no pain, no pain, no glory.
No pain, no glory. Yeah. So I mean, like Nick said, it connects to life. You guys weren't listening to the part before that.
Yeah.
But it's all right. Yeah, it's just, like you guys said, there's going to be shit, and it's just, it's how you turn that shit into positive energy and how to manipulate certain situations for your benefit. And going to the gym definitely applies to, like your routine. Like, it's like...
Yeah, lively things.
Right, like getting up in the morning... like getting your stuff prepped, like it's the same thing as like prepping your mind for going to the gym, sticking with it, like also in real life, like not in real life, but like in your regular life, going to work, sticking with your job.
Right. Like that might be painful, but what do you get after it?
Right.
There's some sort of glory.
The glory.
Yeah. Behind all things, behind all things in life, and that's what I'm getting from what you're saying is there's pain, but there's also glory. A lot of tasks. A lot of tasks are tough to do, but what you could get out of the tasks is some sort of feeling of accomplishment, some sort of glory.
Yeah, no one said life's going to be easy, man.
Yeah.
No one said this is going to be easy.
Nobody said it.
Yeah. I've been saying that to myself a lot.
Let's let them run home with that. I'll
take that home with you.
I'll take this last one here that I have.
Cheers, Mark.
And it is be a master at your craft.
That's motivating.
Yeah. So it's like, that's in all facets of life. Do everything on a level of becoming a master at it. That'll be not only fulfilling, but everything else that all the other areas that we spoke about, as far as nothing comes easy, sacrifice is necessary, pain is glory. There's different tiers to success. All of these kind of like stand right behind, master your craft, because now you have that opportunity with those building blocks behind it. You're able to kind of just retrain your brain and be like, okay, well, you know what? Now it's time to master this.
Right. Yeah. What that makes me think about is just that, like you're gonna, it's about being prepared for anything. And it's not really something that you could like conceptually like think about, like being prepared for everything because anything could happen.
Right.
But it's the ability to know how to maneuver through those situations, and going to the gym definitely gets you disciplined in a facet where you can't be thrown off your horse. You can't be knocked off your horse. You know, like you have a mission, and this is what you're going to do, and you're going to try your ultimate best to accomplish it
and get to that place of mastery.
Yes.
Yeah, because ultimately, if you're going to the gym and you're going about it the right way, you're constantly making progress.
Right. It's an ongoing process. Yeah.
That gives you some. I guess that translates, right, and you have more peace of mind and you feel more prepared in that sense.
Yeah. You're kind of like always kind of on your toes in a sense as well.
Yeah, like you know what you're taking care of, right?
Yeah.
And
you even know how to be on your toes in that way, too, mastering your craft.
Yeah, well, that goes back to something that you said on one of the episodes. That Dad said, like, always take pride in everything you do. You want to master your craft, take pride in that of what you're doing, and then
because your craft could literally be being good at a multitude of things.
Right.
And that's
just want to say your vocabulary is stellar tonight. Just want to point that out.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah,
I'm real good.
Something
objectively conjunctor.
Watch out!
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Keep rolling.
You're right.
Something even off of that, and like pride is good. Pride is powerful. Got to balance pride though too. If you're not balancing it with humbleness, being humble, then you got yourself a problem.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
Yeah. Don't want to get too much into that, but maybe we should just remind everybody, like, Giacomo's genres. I mean, do you guys have anything specifically to say? I'm gonna wrap this up.
All I was gonna say is that I think the last one you said, mastering your craft, speaks to all the other ones and helps you ultimately apply all of those to your life, whether it's in the gym or in your life.
Yeah, fair deal. And just to remind you guys, it's about realizing that nothing comes easy. Sacrifice is needed. Okay, no pain, no glory. There's tears to success. Not everything comes at once. And master your craft. All of those speak to life just as much as they do to working out. So try to think of life or think of your problems even in terms of working out, and one of these will land on exactly what your solution needs to be.
Guaranteed.
Wow. Heavy.
Guaranteed.
Heavy. Are you ready? Because I don't think I didn't. You just blew Nico's notes out of the water.
Whoa, no, come on.
Chris, you need a quote from Bruce Lee, or else there's no way.
No, I can
Giacomo's taking it.
I can tell you.
Giacomo's taking the trophy
no
tonight.
Bruce Lee in tonight's episode.
No Bruce Lee.
I just wish I could speak to the guy.
So, yeah, that was great. And if
You're
if
basically
like
screwed.
If you don't
You're
like
screwed.
it, take a
following
walk.
after
Zip it.
going after Giacomo.
Zip it.
You're in.
So I know you guys
dirt.
are probably pretty upset that I didn't open the pod this week. I know you guys love it, and we love
Can
this.
you
schmeckle.
get a hold on yourself,
But-
you schmeckle?
You're a schmicky. Now for your favorite segment of the pod.
Give it to him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are giving you quotes, baby.
Give them some
quotes,
I'm just gonna
baby,
give
from
you
Chrissy.
one, but I definitely feel like it's something that could kind of snowball into a lot of different topics and a lot of different discussions.
Love it.
So,
Gotta have it.
That's all right, James. Don't worry, I'm all up here tonight.
All right.
I'm all up here.
His notes are in his brain.
So, the only cure for fear is hope.
Wow. You know
Who
what
said
makes that so...
Is that original?
That's the original quote.
You know what? That...
Maron,
Okay,
I can't,
so
man.
there are quotes like that. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
And, of course, why? Because it's an original one. But, wow, the truth in that.
Right?
The only cure for fear is hope.
I thought about it.
You were thinking about Star Wars.
The only hope... The
A
only...
New Hope? No?
I mean, I always say Star Wars is freaking life. And anybody that doesn't watch... Anyone that watches Star Wars knows that. So just write that down.
Write that. You want me to write it
But-
down?
Write down Star Wars on
please.
your bucket list.
Star Wars
Um,
it's not Star Wars' life. Like, you know, you're like a 16-year-old girl.
Star
like,
Wars applies to
Justin
life.
Bieber's life. But, like, Star Wars is like life. And
I'm
there's
selling these sheets.
There's very a lot of similarities between life and Star Wars.
I'm selling
But
copies
anyway.
of the Nico's notes if you guys want them.
No.
Even free. I can make copies and send them to you if you need 'em.
Tell us more about this quote.
Yeah, so fear, the only cure to fear is hope. So think about it.
Give it to us.
I mean,
Wow.
you're fearful, you know? You're fearful of your new job, right? You're fearful of becoming a parent. You're fearful of whatever, you know? The only way you're going to change your mindset and get out of that fear is to think positively and hopefully.
Yeah,
You know,
think
and-
in terms of hope. Yeah,
Because it's not necessarily something you can't control, but it's difficult to navigate your way out of fear without hope
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Well, hope helps you face your fears. And that's something that everyone struggles with. I don't care who you are. You say you're not afraid of anything. You're afraid of something. Whether
Yeah.
you want to talk about it or not.
Yeah, whether you
And
actually do talk about it, or not, you're right.
Being hopeful will help you face those fears, and might take some deep breaths, might take some time, some processing, and
Might take some How We Doing Pod episodes.
might take like 15 episodes of the How We Doing podcast, and you will have no fears. But back to the topic.
Go check them out.
Yeah, that's hope, man. The world. What's the world without hope?
Hopeless.
It just came to me. Yeah, that's weird.
That's good.
We got to get that T-shirt printer
We
working.
got- yeah.
and just
We really do.
Can
We
you
really
tell
do.
Steve?
That's part of the entertainment. Maybe we should just start pressing shirts
right here?
on stream or something. That'd be sweet.
Might be the.
I'm sorry.
idea they're going for.
I'm thinking about those cutlets, man. Those chicken cutlets. I can't wait.
We're gonna be getting there soon.
Podcast makes you hungry.
I want to add to Chrissy's quotes. Can I do that?
Please.
Edition, baby.
You know, man, I think that you, in a very profound way, mentioned something that should all be hitting home with us, because fear can only be conquered with hope. Like, wow. Like, I mean, just think about the implications behind that. I mean, you have fear everywhere. I mean, fear is so deeply in a lot of the things that we have access to, as far as like media. It's also all around us, in many ways. Only through hope are we even getting through our days, and we don't even realize it. So
And you take hope for granted.
right, yeah, and there's a lot of pessimism. It's easy to get wrapped up in it, so it's really important to remember a quote like that, because if you take that with you or you carry it through your day, you're able to realize, well, you know what, I'm going to get through it.
Exactly. Keep persevering.
Wow. I don't know. I have nothing to add because you guys just covered it, man. And this is. I just had one of those moments where, like, took a step back and I was like, wow, we're really doing something.
It's powerful
Not
topics.
big, but just something good here, man. We
Really
are
good. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, by the way. I agree.
It's just. It's moving for me, at least. Like that. This is. I'm glad I'm a part of it, especially with my two brothers, man.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Gentani.
Gentan.
Yeah. So hope you guys like that. Hope,
So, I'm
you know,
sorry.
I think it was one of my best.
So I belittled
And
you.
yeah, you did.
I'm sorry.
Never do it again.
You doubted the
You're
guy.
like right
Gave
there
it
with
to-
Giacomo. I mean,
That was good. That was
Yeah.
really good. I really
So-
like that.
I think Nico's nose was a good intro,
You don't have to go tooting your own horn. It's okay.
but
It was
listen,
good.
I can't give you two a compliment and not say nothing about myself.
It was good. It
Fair.
was really good.
We're all good.
Fair.
We're great.
You do.
We're
it,
not
man.
just podcasters. We're good podcasters.
We're great podcasters.
We want to know.
great
Leave it down in the comments.
imposters of
Are we
podcasts.
We're
good?
great pots and pansters.
Are we good pots and pansters or podcasters? Let us know in the chat.
Fusilli pasta. Have you guys ever had fusilli?
Yeah.
What is it?
Are you not Italian?
It's like the flour one.
I've just been saying fusilli a lot. I don't know what it is.
I like that word. We will maybe have a segment on words that are fun to say.
And maybe
So you
we'll teach you how to make some pasta.
And maybe we'll eat some pasta
Maybe a little bit later.
right here on the pod.
We should have a
I'll
taste
tell
test.
you what we're gonna do now.
Uh-oh.
We're hitting the snacks,
We're hitting the
baby.
snacks.
Hidden new snacks, baby.
snacks.
Because podcasting makes you hungry.
Yep.
Shout out Waikiki. Shout out Teacher Sticks.
Yep,
shout
but,
out Bosco's Beans. Larry the Mallet's here with me. It's about that time. I think, maybe the most fun doing this app. This was a good app.
This was fun.
Cheers to episode 15, man.
Cheers.
If you guys are watching, thanks for being here with us and joining along the journey. Because
Yep.
it's not just your journey, or my journey. It's our journey. We're all part of
journey.
it.
It's about
We're
the
all-
we.
We're all traveling through time together. And
Yeah.
take it away.
Email.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Major respects to that. Welcome back. We got a little sub segment of Nico's notes. What do you hear? What do you say? What's for dinner? How we doing? Listen. I wish it's tough to do this. It's tough. This part always gets tough unless, one of you guys want to just send us an email. Maybe you could send me an email or you could send me an email.
I might send you an email.
Just so I have something to read. Just, it's like...
Episode 16
I'm
coming
like a
at
broken record. No emails this week. You want to change that? You don't want to hear me say that every episode? Send me a freaking email. And I want to touch on something. Hold the freaking door,
Hey now.
because we haven't said that too much this
you.
episode.
Hold the freaking door.
Hold the door.
Don't forget about your homework.
Do the how you feeling experiment.
How you feeling?
Giveaway is
by the
still
way.
on. If you want a shirt, how we doing shirt? It's hanging right there. You know what you got to do.
You know what else? I'm challenging you guys to go buy someone a sandwich this week.
Oh, I got a story. I got a story.
Buy him a sandwich.
Hashtag buy sandwiches.
No, we don't have time.
We don't have time. All right,
No.
next time. All right,
Yeah,
that's cool.
save it.
Save
Save it. Could you just stop talking?
It's still Nico's notes. Can I wrap it up?
You get two
Right.
segments.
You invited the emails and the
Yeah, but
coverage of the
you're
emails.
doubling up now.
We love
Time is gone.
We love you. Thank you for watching. We want to get in touch with the community. We keep saying it.
We need the community.
It's that missing
Yep.
piece because I feel like we're moving in such big ways between us three of having conversation and developing great topics and
Yeah.
and establishing the movement and the culture, the how we doing culture, man.
How we doing?
So
Culture.
let's get that community involved and follow the socials, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your neighbor. howwedoingproductions.com. That's howwedoingproductions.com, and I'll reiterate the email for the 15 times 3 because I at least say
Yeah.
it 3 times every episode.
Usually do.
howwedoingproductions@gmail.com. What's for dinner? We're hitting the snacks. I'll pass it on. No more words for me.
Good. Great. Grand.
Grand old thing.
Yeah.
I have a few last words
Yeah.
for our audience this episode. We're loving what we're doing. We're having a great time. Okay. We hope that we are delivering the message to you in a way where it's effective. Like Nico said, we're all about hearing from our community so we can maybe develop the way that is more comprehensive for our audience, things that you might like us to speak about, bringing you meaningful content. We're going to implement more entertainment. Very excited to be here. We are One Heartbeat, and we are going to make you feel it in ways that are maybe a little bit foreign, maybe familiar, but in either way, we're going to bring it home. And really happy to be a part of this podcast.
Well said.
I'm grateful.
Couldn't agree
man.
more.
Yeah.
And
Take it away.
yeah, we're gonna hit the snacks, and also, yeah, it's just we're here for you guys. Even if you don't want it, we're here for you. We want to be here for you,
Yeah, we care, man.
and we're not just saying that to just like get views or whatever.
If you think
This
we
is
are,
a-
challenge us.
This is a purpose.
Send us an email.
Because if we were doing this to get views, we would have stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair.
Well, I think we should leave the audience with one message and one message only.
Well, it's not really a message. It's
And
kind
tell 'em,
of
Chrissy.
just to let the people know we're cooking stuff up and it's gonna get spicy. So hope you like your Frank's Red Hot or your freaking sriracha or whatever you like to put on your
If
food.
you don't like it spicy, get used to it
because
because
that's us over here at the How We Doing Pod. Okay, we are not in one lane. We're in all the lanes.
oof.
I'm just too good. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys tune in next week.
How we doing, baby?